everyone, this is Hekterios. I'm back with another reading video. This is the forecast, the astrology, tarot, and intuitive forecast for the dark moon on October 30th. And for Halloween, Samhain, Sabbat, okay? First, I want to apologize for missing last week's weekly reading, and as well as the weekend. Y'all forgive me for that. I've been very busy. And I also want to include that I'm having a sale right now on tarot readings for $15, and that's by message or email. So get in contact with me if you want to take me up on that offer. And really, this reading that I'm doing right now is going to go for kind of different from normal, because really the dark moon energies, as I have said before in my other video, dark moons and full moons, as far as I believe, their energies last for 3 days, which is the day before, the day of, and the day after the dark moon or the full moon proper. So this is kind of like the weekend reading, because the 29th is the day before the dark moon, the 30th is the dark moon itself, and then the 31st is technically it's the new moon, but it still falls under the same energies. So this is kind of the weekend reading, but it's also going into next week, as far as like Monday and Tuesday even, okay? So just take that into account as we're going into this video. And I'll try to get back on track with doing the videos as normal, okay? So first of all, I want to show y'all the astrology. I have it for the 30th, and we see that the sun is exiting from constellation Virgo and going into Libra, okay? Let me show y'all whenever you go to the next day. See how the sun's like going, okay? So the sun's going into Libra. The moon is going like deep into Libra on Halloween. Okay, but on the dark moon itself, which actually if you go back to the 29th, even, you can see that in between the 29th and 30th, that's when the moon actually is directly conjuncting. Okay, but my point is that that's why I say that the energies last for 3 days, because the moon is like transiting, okay, it's crossing, and it's like, it takes time. So anyway, what we have with this energy is that the sun, this is the major key here, the sun is going from Virgo into Libra. So really, there's a huge energy shift where things, because the sun represents your personal power, okay, where your focus is. It also represents how you present yourself, like your ego, personality. So that is shifting from Virgo, which is really centered on your home, your health, kind of your finances, your security in life, relationships, as far as like close personal family and close friends and stuff like that. So it's shifting from that into Libra, and Libra is about balance. It's about relationship more in a sense of your relationships that are more about give and take, about transaction, about romance and love. Also spiritual, okay? So there's going to be a shift into that. We see that the moon is also going into Libra. At the same time, Mercury is in the mix. And Mercury is about communication and, oh shoot. Mercury is about communication and relating to others and to the spiritual realm. Okay, I'm really getting with this as far as what Hekate was telling me before I looked at the astrology. That the relationship, our connection with the spirit world is really going to become stronger during this dark moon, during this Samhain Sabbat. Well, obviously, that's what Samhain's about anyways, but with these planetary things and stuff, the way that it's doing, it really is amplified, okay? So, as we all know, if you follow my channel, Hekate has been descended into the underworld, and a lot of her devotees and witches have felt that she's distant, felt that she's really across that veil, even though we all as human beings, especially as the witches and spiritual people, we're multidimensional, so we cross the veil within ourselves and our spirits. So it's not that we've lost our connection with Hekate, but her dominance, her prevalence in the physical realm has been diminished during her descent, okay? Now, what she was telling me is that with this Sabbath, we will see a shift in that to where her energy is going to become more dominant and prevalent in the physical realm again, okay? So, now this is going to be doing with all spirits, not just with Hekate, but that's just what she was telling me. Your ancestors, whatever spirits that you work with that are kind of considered in the underworld realm, not necessarily like celestial spirits and gods and goddesses like that, but spirits more of like the human type, whatever's really considered to be in the underworld realm, okay? Those type of spirits will have more access to the physical realm, okay? And it's more than just the normal Samhain thinning of the veil. It's actually amplified by the fact that Mercury is present. So, and the fact that this Samhain is a dark moon, a new moon, dark moon, whatever, that 3-day energy period, all coinciding together, okay? So these energies are very amplified. So just do some research into Samhain and Halloween and what it represents. I have a video on YouTube. It's kind of old, but you can look at it. It's called Samhain and Necromancy, and I was really breaking down what Samhain is all about. Well, this year it's amplified because of the dark moon, okay? So just be aware of that. Be aware that your spiritual connections are really going to become stronger. Your spiritual relationships are going to become stronger and more, take more of a central role, okay, in your life as we go forward into this, okay? So that is the astrology and intuitive part. Now we'll get into the tarot reading. So this is great news, especially for the witches who work with Hekate and have felt her absence from the physical realm. It's been intense, to say the least. So this is really great news. I'm actually excited for this, you guys. Very much so. Now I align myself with the Most High God and the Holy Spirit Hekate. Please communicate the truth to me through these cards so that I may be guided for the highest good of all. Thank you, and so let it be. Please give us your divine guidance for this dark moon and Samhain Sabbat, so that we may use it for our highest good, our greatest success and joy. Thank you, and so let it be. Okay. Alright, y'all, let me tilt this for better viewing. Okay. I also need to sip my coffee real quick. Okay. So let's get into this. The first card that we have representing of us, the High Priest. So spiritual discipline is a major proponent with this dark moon, with this Samhain Sabbat. Beware of fear, and don't let that hinder you. And really act from your sense of personal power, from your sense of authority, not from ego, but from a place of, you know what you're doing because you've done it before, okay? That's what I'm really getting with this. So, that's how we need to approach this Samhain, this dark moon, okay? Now, the next card in the present position, the Ten of Wands. So there's an energy around us right now that's kind of like, it kind of feels oppressive, and it feels like we are overburdened with work, with different tasks, with different projects and different responsibilities. And this card's letting us know that it's okay to ask for help, or to delegate certain tasks and work to others. It might be the spirits, okay? Let's continue with this. Crossing us is the Wheel of Fortune, what's in this deck called Fate. So this is kind of showing that we need to be aware of cycles and timing, which makes sense with it being this Samhain Sabbat and the dark moon. I'm getting the feeling that a lot of us want to do spell work, and what I'm feeling with this is wait until the right timing for whatever spell work you're planning. Like if you're planning banishing work, make sure you do that while the moon is still in its waning aspect or dark aspect. If you're planning some kind of work of creating something new, wait till it's actually in the new moon aspect. Be very, what am I trying to say? Pay close attention to the exact timing of what you're doing, because if you don't, the energy is so high right now and so powerful right now that you really have to pay attention to those details, okay? Because a small mistake will have major implications and effects with how powerful these energies are, okay? Also, to make sure that you call in your spirit guides, your gods and goddesses, Goddess Hekate, if you work with her, your ancestors, to kind of help you, okay? Beneath us, we have the Temperance card, and this means essentially that the time of waiting is over. We've been going through a phase, a stage where we got to be very patient and continue to work towards goals and different things with a sense of patience, but yet determination. Also, too, we've had to be very adaptable, and because things have been so transformational lately, that we've had to be like, okay, I'm working towards this goal long term, but small things are changing kind of consecutively, and it's like, am I ever going to make it to this goal with the way that all these changes are? That time period is coming to an end, okay? So that's actually really good news, because now we're going to start to see more bigger steps happening towards those long-term goals, okay? In the past, we have the Strength card, and so this is reminding you of basically how strong and how brave that you are. Don't forget the times in your life where you have faced challenges and you overcame it by being brave, by being determined, by using your willpower, and also too by acting from love, okay? When you have those things, nothing can stop you from achieving your goal, okay? So draw strength from that power now. It is available to you. This might even be reminding you of someone from your past, one of your ancestors who taught you this type of strength, okay? They're with you now. Crowning you is the Seven of Wands, and so I love that these cards are both together because they really have very similar meanings. This card is about courageously acting towards what you want from a place of love, from a place of determination. This card tells you that you are on the right track. You have the high ground, so to speak, with any conflicts or dilemmas. And it would be, this is the right timing with this card here. This is the right time to now start to act towards what you want and to manifest your goals. Just do so with love in your heart. Do so courageously, and make sure that whatever you're working towards is in alignment with what's really on your heart and in your heart, what you really feel, okay? Don't let yourself be swept into doing any actions right now for things that really aren't what you really want, okay? Don't take actions based on other people, what other people want, what other people are doing. Let it be based in your own desires, your own love, okay? And not selfish desires, but really, you know, what do you really want for the good, okay? In the future position, we have the Hermit. This card is showing up a lot, you guys. So we might have to walk it alone. We might have to walk this path alone, okay? And that's okay. And it also mean, it doesn't always mean physically being alone, but it could mean just in the pursuit of that goal, you don't have others supporting you, and you have to pursue it on your own, by your own determination, by your own willpower, by your own faith, despite of that. So if that's the case, just know that the higher power supports you. It's supporting you in your environment. And if it isn't, if you don't see the signs of that yet, we all will soon, because of this transition that's happening and the veil thinning. And the spirits are able to come through very strongly, okay? So you will begin to see that support that many of us have been lacking, seeing it exoterically, even though within ourselves we still have had our intuition guiding us, and the spirits guiding us within ourselves. We're going to start to see in the outer world once again that they're very much supporting us, okay? And you'll start to see those synchronicities and just different things like that. Also, too, keep trusting your intuition, because it is the higher guidance coming through. For the persona position, we have the 8 of Coins. I love this card. It's so adorable. Okay, but anyway, the 8 of Coins is about really putting your best effort forward. Okay, now is the time to pay it forward. Put and pour in your best efforts. Pour your love and attention to detail and your nurturing into whatever it is that you're working towards right now. Now is the time to pour your entire heart and soul and passion into it, okay? When we do that, you set in process the law of attraction to draw to you the results of that, okay? It's also just cause and effect. It's also just people see you putting that much passion and effort into what you're doing, and that just gets noticed by people, okay? And they respond in kind. They start to treat you as however serious that you take what you're doing, however much love and passion you put into it. They notice that, and they'll begin to treat you with respect to that, okay? If that makes sense to you. So definitely this is coming together with this whole reading, because with this thing of timing, now is the time. The time of patience is over. It is now time to really pour in the effort, and that will be also augmented by the spirits, okay? And your guides and stuff like that. How other people see us is the Page of Swords. So we're an inspiration to others. We are someone who really brings a lot to the table. People get ideas from us. We are a communicator of whether it could be, I mean, there's really no limits to this. It could be anything. It could be spirituality. It could be in your work. It could be with just hobbies. It could be with relationships. Whatever it is, it could be all of those things. But whatever it is, what we say, people listen to us, okay? So be aware of that influence that you do have, and be aware that you are looked up to, and make sure that you're very discerning of everything that comes out of your mouth, everything that you present to others, and at the same time too, this card carries a warning of guarding your privacy and being discerning of who you share with, okay? So be aware of that as well. and just be kind of selective of your different audiences. I'll say it like that, okay? And how you present yourself to those different people, okay? Because with some people, you're going to want to be reserved and not share so much. Because, as witches know, the law of to keep silent, not everyone is your friend, okay? Some people are just fun to be around. And they're not actually supporting you. They're not actually your true friend. They don't actually want you to be successful. They might be jealous and different things like that, secretly. And that puts a negative energy towards your goals and towards your different inspirations and stuff like that. So even, you can still inspire those people even, but you might want to keep your own inspirations, your own goals to yourself, okay? So that's just a little bit more of that card that just came through. The next card is in the hopes and fears. It's the Six of Cups. I'm going to take this as a hope, because the Six of Cups is really a card with no negative connotations. I like the traditional Rider-Waite card, because it shows like this little boy with a cup with flowers in it, and he's giving it to a little girl, and it's just so cute. But in this deck, the image is different, but kind of see the same meaning in it. But basically, the Six of Cups is about joy. It is about just pure, innocent joy, and specifically in relationships, okay? So that's a clear goal for us right now with this energy, is try to bring back a loving joy into your relationships. A lot of us have been stressed out with these transformational energies, with this energy of exhaustion and burden and just oppressive energy. It has put tension into our relationships because of that. So now that that's coming to an end with these energies, we really want to work on kind of fixing those relationships and putting attention and effort into them, okay? So be aware of that. That's something that you need to pour love and attention into. Building strong, loving relationships and connections with others, okay? And for the final card of this, we have the Nine of Swords. I don't think this has ever come up yet in any of my readings with you guys. And you ladies. Okay. So the Nine of Swords is a card of kind of like worry and anxiety and fear. I hate that this is the final card, but I'm not going to change the meaning of this, because I know as a tarot reader that you just read and tell the truth of what the cards say, because they're always right. So there's an energy of fear, worry, anxiety. It could be even nightmares, restlessness. Okay? I'm sorry that this is the final card, but it is. So maybe this is a warning. Because didn't we have one of these other cards warn us of similar? Yeah, the very first card. Remember what I told y'all before? When I see the first card and the last cards line up, that message is very strong and true. So this was talking about don't be fearful, but act from a place of authority and power, in the sense of you've done this before, so you know what you're doing. You don't need to be scared, but you can actually draw power and strength from the fact that you've dealt with this before, okay? So, with the final card, we have the Nine of Swords. I'm getting that we need to avoid fear. We need to avoid anxiety. We need to avoid worry. So there might be some kind of situations coming up this Samhain Sabbat, this dark moon, that will try to induce fear in you or try to bring worry over different things. It could be anything. It's going to be different. This is just an energy, but it's going to manifest differently in everyone's life. So it could be some kind of situation that comes up. It might even just be something as simple as lack of faith or just doubt, because we do have this card in the future. Talking about to seek for faith, okay, and follow your intuition and seek out your ancestors and your spirits. We did have the Strength card and the Seven of Wands talking about be courageous and brave and draw strength from the past of the time when you were brave before. So there might be some challenging situations this Samhain and this dark moon, but as long as we stay centered in faith and pour in effort and love instead of letting fear immobilize us, letting worry, doubt, and concern stop us from doing anything at all, there is a lot of power with this Sabbath and with this dark moon for us to get things done. So if we progress with that, despite of any worries or fears, remember this card reminded you that you do have the high ground in whatever is going on. You do have the upper hand. Even if you don't notice that, or if you don't realize that, you really do. And it's not necessarily just from you. It's because you are a spiritual person and you align with the divine, okay? And you align with your spirit. And so long as you keep doing that, they will have your back. They will support you. And as we can see with this entire guidance of this reading and the astrology and what Hekate was telling me, the spirits are really going to come through very strongly. So have faith in that. I won't say be dependent on that, because the spirits are not our slaves. We still need to put in major effort and let that come from a place of love and passion. But when we do that, that's when the spirits really begin to help us, okay? So I feel that overall this is a positive reading, even though we have these two warnings. I feel like it's a positive reading because of how much power and access to the spirits that we are going to receive during this time. And I think that the majority of the people watching these videos are very faithful and spiritual people. So if anything, those warning cards are just reminders that whatever doubts and concerns that we have been having pop up recently leading up to this, don't let those steer your actions or just stop you from acting at all. Remember your power. Remember your strength. Remember that the spirits, the divine, has your back when you do act in your strength, and when you do act in your faith, and when you do act in your love and passion, and when you do try your best. That's when the spirits really bless you, okay? So just remember that. I know it's been hard lately, but I think we're all going to see a very profound shift from this Sabbath and from this dark moon, okay? And it's going to be for the greater good. And I think that we all deserve it, okay? Because we all have been dealing with a lot. And you know what? We're still here. We're still surviving. And so that's a testament to how strong we really are. So before this goes on any much longer, that does not make sense. Before this goes on too much longer, I'm going to go ahead and... Okay, that's all that came through. Let me take a minute to see if anything else comes to me. Okay, I don't think anything else is coming through other than just like make sure that you do your rituals and your spell work. Take advantage of the energy that's available to us and really do a ritual to honor your ancestors or something. Just give offerings, cast a spell, do a meditation, whatever it is that you practice. Really take advantage of these energies because they're there. These energies are going to affect everyone regardless, but you can really harness it consciously and make the most of it in your life, okay? So once again, just a reminder, I am having a sale right now for readings and also for spell work. If you would want to take me up on that offer, message me, contact me. A lot of people are asking me about my Etsy shop. I no longer have that because Etsy shut me down because I was selling witchcraft items, and they changed their policies to where they don't allow that anymore, or so they said. But yeah, I noticed there is other witchcraft and metaphysical shops on there still. I don't know, but I got shut down. So my Etsy does not work anymore. If you try to go to the link, it just says that there's no page. I try to get in contact with Etsy people, and they don't even respond to me. So I'm trying to work on a new platform to open a new website. But until then, I am selling my crafts, my jewelry, and all of my witchy items, and readings, and spell work, etc. I'm selling all of that through Facebook right now, and using PayPal and stuff like that. So there is a link to my Facebook page in my channel. If you click the Facebook icon, you can come also to my Facebook Coven Empowerment for Witches. And just, you know, whatever you will, okay? I hope that you all have an amazing Samhain. I hope that you have a great and fun Halloween and safe. And I hope that you have a lovely dark moon. And I hope that's very healing for you. As far as really mending your relationships with the divine and with your loved ones, okay? Hail to the witches, hail Hekate, and blessed be.